What's up, guys? Frank the Gaming Tank here. I've got a pretty neat little video for you guys today. It's one I've been planning to do for a while, just hang out around to it. I'm going to be opening two sealed games for the Atari Jaguar system from the 90s. And these games are Cannon Fodder, still sealed in the plastic, and Brutal Sports Football, also still in the plastic. So we're going to get to open them together, see what they're like on the inside, how these games were packaged new, and then I'm going to play them for a little bit and let you guys see some footage of them and tell you my thoughts on how I like the games or if I don't like them. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, first we'll go ahead and open Cannon Fodder and let's see what it's like on the inside.
Alright, let's see if we can get this box open here without doing any damage and see what it looks like on the inside of the box. If we can get it out here, we should be okay. Alright, slides right out pretty easily. Here's the cartridge in the cardboard with the plastic still on it. Here's the manual. It's in black and white. It's just a few pages with some instructions. How to play the game, pretty much is all that's in the manual. And let's go ahead and get this cartridge out of here and get this plastic off of it and see how the cartridge looks. Okay, here you go. Here's the look at the front and the back of the cartridge. Looks pretty clean, looks nice. Alright, now here's Brutal Sports Football. Here's a look at the box, still in the plastic up close. It still has the plastic hanger on it, as did the other one. Let's get this plastic off here. And here's a look at it out of the plastic up close. It's hard to open these without bending the cardboard a little bit. I'm trying my best here. And here we go. Here's another manual. It's also in black and white, as you can see here. And here's the cartridge. Let's get this plastic over here and take a look at this cartridge. Stuff's on there pretty good. Alright, so here you go. Here's a look at the front of Brutal Sports and now the back. Alright, there you go. Alright, let's take a closer look here. Let's look inside the manual, a couple of pages in here. Nice to see games with manuals. You don't see this anymore these days. Sometimes it's necessary to know how to play. So let's see if there's anything else in here. Just looks like instructions only. Here's a look again at the box. You can see the screenshots there on the back in the description. And here's a look at the cartridge again inside the cardboard. Okay, let's take a look here, a little closer look at Cannon Fodder. Flip through the manual here a little bit, let you guys see the inside. It's got some instructions here how to play the game. And here's another look at the cartridge. A little closer view here. Alright, so let's get to some gameplay. And let's go ahead and start with Cannon Fodder first. Play a couple minutes here and let you guys see what the game is all about, what it's like, the graphics, sound, all that. And it just goes straight into this menu when you start the game up after the opening company logos and things there. And then pretty much this is your whole menu system. There's not really a large options menu or anything like that. You pretty much just have to choose thing here and go ahead and get started on your mission. Then you have this little cutscene that plays here at the beginning of each level. Tells you your mission objective here: kill all enemies and basically you just have to take what soldiers it gives you and complete the mission for this stage. Like this one, you're just killing all the enemy soldiers on this level. Some of them may have you destroying structures and things like that. Okay. Okay, so you just have this little cursor. You have to move it around, and you have to click on your soldier and then click where you want them to move, or click on the enemies you want them to attack. You see here, as I click, they move over here, and then I press the other button and they shoot at the enemies, and that's the end of the first mission. It's basically kind of like a tutorial in a way, but some of the missions are really short like that. Some of them are a little longer, and you can lose soldiers on each at the end of each mission, or during each mission I should say. You can lose soldiers and they have to be replaced with other soldiers, and the names of who you're using in the level will change if they're all killed and you have to start over with new soldiers. Alright, here's mission 2. You can see we've got an extra soldier in this one, and he's already been killed from behind. The guy in the water, I didn't notice. And this level's a little more complex than the first, and they do get a little more complex as you go. I really enjoyed playing this game. This was my first time playing it here, and I had wanted to play it for a long time. I know it's on other consoles also, but I do really like the Atari Jaguar. It doesn't have the greatest library, but it's kind of unique in a way, and I liked it when I was younger, so I still enjoy it today. And as you see here, I'm down to my last soldier, and I've got a few more enemies to kill, and I barely survived this level. If I would have lost, then I would have had to start over with new soldiers. Still pretty simple level, but it was a little more difficult. You could get shot from behind in the water and things. So that's pretty much the gist of the gameplay for this game, and you pretty much just take your soldiers and go through it. In this clip, I couldn't figure out how to use grenades, and I was trying because the controls in the instruction manual aren't very clear, and I was standing too close to the house once I figured it out and blew myself up. So I just wanted to add that little clip in there, and okay, that's pretty much canon. Okay, let's jump over here to Brutal Sports Football. This is another one I've seen online and wanted to play for a long time, and I finally got to play it here. As a fan of Mutant League Football, I was hoping this would be similar because I really loved that game from back in the day, and it looked similar, so I really wanted to try it out. And so let's check it out here and see if it's as good or even close to Mutant League Football. Okay, and here's the main menu. You get to choose what type of game you want to play. Well, there's a tournament, a friendly, which is like an exhibition, but they call it an unfriendly. It's kind of playing along the theme of the game. So let's get a league started here. You get to choose your different teams. It has a description for each team. Some of them talks about, like here, it's been the longest team, the toughest team. It's different descriptions for each team. It's pretty neat, and they all have like crazy names like demons, thugs, warlords. You know, just playing along again with the theme of the game. Is supposed to be brutal and really bloody and tough. So okay, so I decided to choose the warlords as my team, And you get to choose your difficulty here, and of course, it actually pitted me against the same team on the first game, the Warlords here. Basically, the difficulty, it's your control difficulty. If it auto switches between players and stuff like that, or do you do it manually? Okay, so basically it starts off like jump ball in basketball. You fight for the ball at the beginning, in the middle of the field, and you can pick up weapons and hit other players with them. And over time, if you do enough damage, you can basically kill the other players. It knocks their heads off. And we'll show you a little bit later here that you can revive the teammates later in the menu after each game. But basically, how you score is you have to take the ball and you have to run it into the goal or throw it into the goal. So it can be pretty difficult at times, and sometimes it's not so bad according to which team you're playing. There is a team of reptilian people, and they're pretty difficult because their jump maneuver goes really far and it can hit multiple players. Their dive tackle move. And but the game is pretty fun. It's super slow paced, but if some of your players, if they're fully healed up and everything, they can run super fast and just run around everybody and go straight to the goal. So it gets pretty interesting. I think it would be pretty fun with multiple players instead of playing against the AI. It would probably be a pretty good party game or something to play with your friends if you have an Atari Jaguar. It's way more fun than regular football too. So okay, so here's an example of one of the enemy teammates getting their head knocked off. You see it go flying there. You can actually pick the heads up and throw them around and stuff afterwards too. It's pretty crazy. And if you do it to enough of the enemy team, and here you see me running it in for a score, but if you kill off enough of the team, you automatically win if they've only got so many players left. So kind of like Mutant League Football. It's pretty neat. And here's an example of where you can go and revive your players and heal them up. You just go to the locker room after each game. You can spend the money you earn in the game to revive them and put them at full health and full energy.
Alright guys, so there you have it. That's the unboxing and look at these two Jaguar games, Cannon Fodder and Brutal Sports Football. How did you like the video? Please let me know in the comments. And don't forget, as always, to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really helps me out, and I appreciate it from everyone, and I appreciate everybody who follows me and gives me support. Thanks again. I'll see you in the next one. Frank the Gaming Tank, out.